to Deadline Live with Jack Blood.
All of it dazzled my sentence. Yes, 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 yes.
Goddamn rock and roll. The kind of stuff that don't say so. And I'm just horny enough to throw a flying screw through some halo. Now Jill's bucket Jack had to hold. So Rabbit dug himself some Alice hole.
Having a little fun here on a Friday.
Mayday.
Thanks for joining us, Deadline Live. I'm Jack Blood, and that is the Cramps. I pushed the button that said Bikini Girls with Machine Guns, and I got that, but that's a paradigm shift. Adam Kokesh on the program with us today does a great blog. I'm going to ask him a couple of questions about that. Adam, thanks again for joining us. Let's wrap up with your exploratory committee putting together this potential congressional run. What else do you want to add to what we've talked about already?
Wow. What else do I want to add?
What can we do for you?
I got a year and a half, right?
What can we do for you right now, Adam? That's what I want to know.
You know what? Right now, it's about building the list, signing up, seeing if I can get some funds raised early as a show of support. I think that's going to go a long way in, being taken as a serious candidate when I run, or when I announce, if I announce.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be actually in Austin for an event that Katie is helping host. So if you want to get on the Facebook group, Draft Kokesh on Facebook is organizing some events, and I will be at the one in Austin. I believe that's on Saturday. Was it May 15th? Saturday or the 16th? May 16th, the Saturday.
Cool.
And so I'll be there for that. And if you got, I know you got listeners throughout the country, but if you got a good crowd in Austin, getting people out there would be a big help. Getting the brain trust of the movement applied to this challenge and seeing what we can do. And, do what you can to get friends invited and onto the Facebook group and, build the support that way. And let's make sure that it's a good public showing and something that can, show that our movement can turn heads here in New Mexico, too.
Yeah, you're a great public speaker, and I think if we can get you out in front of the people of New Mexico who are going to be doing the alleged voting, I have to say alleged, but, I think you're going to go a long way. And so you are raising funds now. If for whatever reason you decide not to go forward with this, what happens to the funds that do come in?
I believe by FEC law they would be refunded, and that's what I would do.
Okay.
So there's two ways of doing that. You can send a check to the P.O. Box. It's P.O. Box 1062, Santa Fe, New Mexico 87504. If you want to double check that, that's at the website, kokeshforcongress.com. And, for checks, you don't even cash them until, if we don't need them in the exploratory or, if we don't run, I won't even cash them. So, that would be one way. And, you can also pay through PayPal. We have PayPal set up at Congressional.com. So if you want to send money by PayPal, I think PayPal does a refund.
I have an idea for you here. I don't know if you've already thought of this, but you know how most candidates go up and build up a war chest. That's appropriate. You should have an anti-war chest.
Amen.
And then have a couple of hotties pose for a picture. Anti-war chest. There's all the appropriate metaphors there for anybody who wants them. All right. Well, I have to ask you this, since you're planning to run for Congress in New Mexico. Are you eligible? Are you, do you have to be an American citizen to run for Congress? I'm not sure. I know you do for president.
Yes, and I am. The restrictions are a little looser for Congress and president in terms of, I think natural-born citizen and some of the other technicalities. But no, I was born in the United States. I was raised in the United States, and I hold an American and only an American passport.
So you could actually run for president if this all works out into the future.
Yeah.
A move I would support.
Though, like I said, I don't want to be a congressman. I want to be an activist who just so happens to be a member of Congress, because that should go for every single freaking congressman up there. You know, they should be championing causes and standing on principle, as opposed to, our founders did not intend Congress to be an aggregator of public opinion or panderers to corporate lobbyists. You know, that's not how it's supposed to be. You know, and in that sense, being president, what a horrible job. I mean, you got to be the biggest administrator in the world.
And a masochist.
You know, I don't want to wield the power, man. All I want to do is chip away at it. All I want to do is take it down and get the biggest chisel I can find. So, you know, I mean, theoretically, I could see, you know, in terms of what I want to do, in terms of bringing about this revolution, bringing American government back to some sense of moral principle. You know, I could maybe go to the Senate, but yeah, I don't think I want to be president.
Well, we'll take it one election at a time, Adam. How's that?
Thanks.
I couldn't even get elected dog catcher, as most people know. Look, I mean, the bottom line here is it's very simple for any leader out there that's truly lobbying for the people and not for K Street. Decentralize and repeal, okay? That if you just keep those things in mind, everything else seems to work out good for we the people, the American people. Speaking of eligibility, I want to run this by you. I just got this in from my granny, you know, the Linda Honeycutt, the Granny Warriors. In a move certain to fuel the debate over Obama's qualifications for presidency, the group Americans for Freedom of Information, I love that name, has released copies of President Obama's college transcripts from Occidental College. It was released yesterday. The transcript indicates that Obama, under the name of Barry Soetoro, received financial aid as a foreign student from Indonesia to be an undergraduate of the school. The transcript was released by Occidental College in compliance with a court order. They needed a court order to get this, in a suit brought by the group in Superior Court of California. The transcript shows that Obama, a.k.a. Soetoro, applied for financial aid, was awarded a fellowship for foreign students from the Fulbright, there's the Fulbright Foundation scholarship program, it's kind of like being a Rhodes Scholar, to qualify for the scholarship. Listen closely. A student must claim foreign citizenship. This could be the smoking gun, and allegedly the Supreme Court is going to be hearing these cases again. But of course,
I hope it goes to the Supreme Court. But at very least, he's going to have to either admit to fraud, and you know, maybe we can pull him off the moralist superiority pedestal he's on. But there's definitely something there.
Anyone, Robert Gibbs, the White House press secretary, mouthpiece, the writer of teleprompters, any attempt at this is obviously a right-wing conspiracy.
Oh, no.
So there are conspiracies, after all. I don't know, man. I'm an optimist, Adam. I am always very optimistic. I wake up that way, I go to bed that way, and that's how I've managed to do this show for so long with everything that I hear, especially off the record. But I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever get accountability on this. I'll settle for constitutional accountability. How's that sound?
Right on.
Yeah. But, we can hope.
I'm a long-term optimist.
We can hope.
I have a deep-seated faith in humanity. I have my moments of short-term pessimism and, realism, but, spiritually and in the long term, you have to be an optimist.
We can hope. I have hope that we will change the guy in the White House. Like a diaper, and very much the same thing. Hey, let's talk about the torture memos, if we can, before I let you go. Sure. I had General Janice Karpinski on the program a couple of days ago. She was in charge of Abu Ghraib and was the fall guy or fall person for all of that. A lot of people don't know that was just kind of one night of mayhem, and I believe it was largely staged to further ruin and smear the credibility of the United States and to, again, enrage people so that they would continue to fight against us. This is about as anti-American as I can think. What's your take on all of this?
Wow, I hadn't heard that theory yet, because it may have been, what you suggest is really interesting as that kind of subterfuge. And I wouldn't at all ever say it's impossible, but the reason that it's believable, at least, or that the story, rather, was believable is because things of that nature do happen in Iraq all the time. And this is part of, what we've taken upon ourselves to do in Iraq Veterans Against the War is make sure that those stories that are suppressed by the military and by the media still get told. That's why we hosted Winter Soldier last year and had 50 veterans testify about their experiences.
Yeah.
We didn't have anybody who was ready to confess to anything quite as pornographic, if you will, as the shocking pictures from out of the war.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about this when we come back for the last segment. And I see a story on your blog, Kokesh.blogspot.com. Obama looks forward, sees more torture. And I want to talk about the outsourcing of torture to keep our hands clean. Adam Kokesh with us. Stay tuned. Deadline Live.